Hello and welcome. Name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay. I make videos about that. This is What's Sold video. Stop the music. So welcome back. Me. Well, I made a video not yesterday, but the day before. I'll download like a snippet of it. Um, but I made one, and Clipchamp wasn't working when I would bring up the program. It would want to load the video, and then it would say there's a server error type or server type error or something. So that was great because then I needed to go through all those hundreds of, you can refer to the my post, the hundreds of those lights I got from the dumpster around the corner, like probably 6 foot tall, 5 foot wide, 5 foot deep, big dumpster filled with those, all those brand new fixtures. Granted, I could have just cut the cords, got the brass off that, and threw the rest in as steel, but I'm into micro scrapping, so that's what I did. I got all the wires out and the brass out of what was brass. I was thinking like those gold colored ones were like brass plated, but or brass. The base plate was, but it's not. But so that ate up a bit of time. I was up until midnight last night separating most of those, the cords and cutting them down. I still have quite a few left, but that's enough about that. Let's find out the. So yesterday was 180. The day before was like 380, but that was a 2 day weekend. And today is what's going out today is 9 for 250, 221 purchase price. So let's find out what they are. I got to get a couple books though. So these are the DVDs right here. There's three stacks that was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Or the day before, whichever. But there's 40 something DVDs that got pictured and listed. So I kind of have a new structure for time frame in my head on how. I mean, I knew on how long it would be for me to take pictures of XYZ and list XYZ amount. I know my timing, 10 to 12 an hour, listing wise, not including the pictures, but pictures are picture, picture. So you can go through a bunch that way. But 10 to 12 an hour for a listing is, I guess, kind of the more modest amount, but 15 to 20 an hour going through them. So, I mean, I know on how many I can list an hour, my time frame, and where I have to go where. So that way, micro scrapping and scrapping in itself is not impeding on this. And as long as my payout is 1,000 a week, give or take, basically is what it's been, that's fine. I could always make more room and more time to get a lot more stuff done, but listings and so on and so forth. But I've said it a couple times, between getting the stereo and getting my bike all done a couple, well, basically like a year ago. Getting the stereo, getting micro scrapping, finding things to do with my time. If I have that amount of time, because the eBay is 25, 30 hours a week for me, not including, not including any videos, um, midlife crisis. I got time. I got a few extra bucks. Might as well get a few things and do a few things I want to do. All right, so this, and it's strange because I actually said this on a live the other day. The Crow, Lazarus. Is it Lazarus? Lazarus Heart. Yep. $14. And even has this little tear back here. But $14. This other book, which is the winner, From Fish to Philosopher. Something Smith. Homer Smith. First edition. $70. American Experience. MacArthur. D8. So I wrapped my Bose speakers with a long wire all the way over there by the hallway in the dining room area, so I can jam to my jams. I'm playing a lot of. Well, they put 5 CDs in there, and the ones in there, there's 2 80s ones. Man, I've got a whole stack I've been going through. Got this Pink Floyd right there. Meatloaf, and I have Meatloaf and Friends in there, and something else right now. Picking on the 80s, Super Pickers, Pure 80s, some more 80s. This Dark Ages, pretty interesting. DARC Ages, pretty interesting sound. Definitely a 90s feel, but a wide variety of that kind of metal rock 90s feel. This one here by Out of Phase, that's a really cool one. I play this one a lot in a lot of lives. I've been jamming to that stuff, has been getting other stuff done. Oh, but I needed to move the speakers so I can get D8, American Experience. Well, I had this one for a while. I'm going to guess for a while because it was on the February of 25. No, don't. All right. That's fine. All right. D8. $20. D25. French cutting and bailage, it looks like. D25. French cutting and balayage. Going to suppose. 18. Ford versus Ferrari. It's likely right here. Nope. It should be in this, within these. Right there. Ford versus Ferrari. 15. C38 Dallas Stars. Oh, you know what? I could probably listen to that fairer weather. Dallas Stars. 22. Hopefully I remember to look fair weather up. Treat Her Right, the anthology. C34. Always on the bottom. Treat her right. Sealed CD, $30. Old Man in the Sea. Is that correct? Yeah. Old Man in the Sea. Should also be right here. Old Man in the Sea. Old Man in the Sea. $11. Comes a train. C35. Dolly Rots. The Dolly Rots. 21. So again, that is $349, and in sales was it 220, 221 in product or purchase price. Product cost received, however we want to say it. What the buyer paid minus any fees or shipping or fees or taxes. So again, today, I mean, I have more disc media, more CDs that need done. I can figure out a way on how to do something else later. Well, I was going to today, but I'm not. Well, I might. But I got a big box of DVDs and some of those DVDs and CDs and stuff from those two different places where I got some. Well, no, I didn't get many. Some CDs from the house in Thompson, and then some CDs and DVDs from the house that I went to in Madison, which are right beside each other, but different people, different times. And got and go take that up to the exchange and get some of that narrowed down. I have well over 100 just diskless cases for DVDs and CDs at least the second place where I got all the different routers from. That's what that turned out. It was just so much stuff without a disc without a case, or a case without a disc, and the loose one. There's nothing to match up. But it is what it is. I can go take and I can get a couple bucks for some of those DVDs. Come back, scan some on the scannable apps, and I still have the box that I never sent that to Half Price Books. I should probably just see on a whole bunch of what they'll take. Because that account, they still send me an email all the time. It's like, hey, don't forget to send your. And I've had that my sell to them cart up since like beginning of January, and I just never sent it because it just really wasn't a whole lot. It's like $18. Like, I'll send something out when it's $25, $30. And then get a check or payment, but my hands, whew, they hurt a lot. So some of those live streams, a couple of them are chaptered. Feel free to jump on them and kind of look. Those ones when I'm just taking apart the lights, I don't have chapters in because it's just basically me just tearing those things apart. And I was getting about 15 an hour, and each one is probably $1, give or take some change, and in scrap value total at most. So if I could take apart 15 an hour for stuff that's basically free minus everything else, that's $15 an hour, and that and just scrap minus some other time. That's still really good for the scrap world. If you can get a whole bunch of stuff and you can process it real fast, or the whole bunch of the same thing, process it real fast. Now, if all that stuff was nice and flat, that would have been a completely different story. But still, it's 250 ish free dollars. Free. My time, but free. All right, so that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. I mean, I can go with books. You know what? No, like what you learned. I'll say this again: structure and system. So throughout, I've been selling for well, I can't say many of decades, but many decades on eBay. And 5, 6 years ago, I started selling physical media. Throughout each time, I'm kind of calculating on how it can be more efficient on my time, what I get, and how things can be done to where what needs to be done can be done the correct way and productivity. So I have managed, because of the graces of whatever, I'm here and in three directions. There's thrift stores all over. Whatever all the different aspects are, I can still spend 25 to 30 hours a week on eBay. Structure and system. And the reason why I say structure first is you can have a system all day long. Pull this, do this, do this, do this, which have you. But if you're not structured in it, that system means nothing. If you can't adhere to just these three simple, whatever they are, three, four things, whichever, if you can't adhere to those monotonous type things, whatever it is, then a system means nothing. You can have a system. So, example, you have a criminal justice system. You know, if every single person obeyed the law, then the criminal justice system means nothing. Bad example for that, but you have to stay structured, and the system, whatever it is, just stay structured in what you're doing. The system will do the rest. That's what you learned. Stay structured. I don't worry about motivation. Don't worry about. Just stay structured. This is what I'm going to do from roughly this time frame. This is how many I'm going to do, even a day or two in advance. This is how many I'm going to do. Oh, I'm done at 1 o'clock. Oh, I'm done 4 o'clock. But your job was done. It's done. Same thing with cutting all the. You know what? Let me just do this. Okay. So all of these, and then there's more. There's four more there. And how many of them are out there, right? So every single one of these and those, all that wire, all that, right? Wherever my hand tools are, they're buried under that book. That stuff right there was done yesterday. Now, before I went to scrap out to go cash out, I took whichever the larger cords and the main connecting cords, I took those and I trimmed and clipped those down as good as I could, the bigger cords. And I put those in with the insulated wire. So I probably did like 40 of those. All those other ones where you saw those sockets, 150 of them. Got those wires, cut down a little bit of copper, uh, dragged it all the way down, cut that cord where it needs to be. Whatever I needed to be done, it got done. It got done. I stayed structured. And I got all of that entire bin that had like those big chunky porcelain sockets in it. That entire bin was full to the top. Full to the top of all those other silver and brass looking other things with wire connected and all kinds of other loose wire. Stay structured. Get whatever your task is done. Tell me anything going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. Those are all free. They help me, help you, so we can help each other learn about selling physical media on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.